Primitive Life, a novel by Louise Richardson. Chapter 11, A Better Life, Part 1. It was a better life Harvey Llewellyn had carved out for himself as Ed Dowd than he had ever had as a university professor. Life was cushy. He made friends, and he postponed any plans to move along. Perhaps the cops had given up on him. It had been 2 or 3 years already. Ed Dowd. "Ed, you should run for mayor," Joe the fireman tells me. That's not going to happen. I'm too high profile as it is. Still, things are pretty goddamn good here in Boca Bonita. Just right for me. I'm respectable here. Hell, I even bowl with the local police. My ivory tower days are behind me. But I was always more beer and pretzels than wine and brie anyway. I miss the field work. No time for newts and salamanders these days. The fishing tour business keeps me busy, and I kind of like that. Did see my frog the other day, Hyla Llewellyn I. Who knew it would have a distribution this far east? Was a time I would have published a paper on that. Don't care anymore. I'm settled in, make good money, a roof over my head, get laid once in a while, haven't had to kill anybody in years. This life suits me. Good barbecue. These firefighters know their barbecue. Beer, coleslaw, beans, potato salad. This is the life. All the wives and kids are here too, running around the cypress trees hung with Spanish moss. "Here's your soccer ball, kid." I'll just sit on this frisbee a little longer. That skinny brat kept throwing it this way, and his mildewed lab damned near knocked me over in my chair twice. Didn't appreciate the dog's tongue all over my face. Guess he liked the barbecue sauce. Nobody's watching the television. If I wasn't so comfortable here, I'd get up and turn it off. They got the goddamned boob tube turned around and pushed against the front window of the firehouse. Volume blasting, big sucker. That's at 52-inch flat screen. Some fool can't miss the Marlins game even to be at the picnic with his family. Mike the chief thinks they might get local news of a fire, so he allows it. That's some emergency warning system they have here, and anyone who would call them with an alarm is here at the picnic. Long as they mind that grill, maybe there will be no inferno. "Yeah, Joe, it's great. You got another Heineken over there?" "You did the ribs? Good job. Thanks. The beer is cold, and I'm set for the evening. America's Most Wanted is on, and Joe flies to the set like a moth. He said he's been hooked on the show since after 9/11, when he went up to New York to dig out bodies from the aftermath. Guess he thought that made him a cop or something. Still at large, says the announcer, is former Syntex State professor Harvey Llewellyn, wanted in the slings of Dr. Roy Nordstrom and his wife Faye, and for questioning in the disappearance of Fort Lauderdale businessman Edgar Dowd. Oh shit, they have my faculty picture. Joe was looking this way, wasn't he? God damn it. He's going over to Mike, who is with the chief of police. They're looking this way. Gotta go. It's getting dark. Won't let on, I know. They're on to me. I'll sneak back here, lose myself in the trees, and circle back to the boat. I'm pretty sure I've got gas in it. Fuck. I was getting to like it here. Ow! Barked my shin on that fallen branch. There's commotion back there, but I'm not looking around. Damn holes. They should fill these in. Bastards. I could snap an ankle. Duck behind the parked cars. Let's see. They're going the other way. Good. Just a dash to the docks. I'm too old for this shit. There's my beauty. Can barely see it, but then nobody can see me either. Throw off the line. Give it a push. Climb aboard. Haul anchor. Drift a bit. Gotta turn it on, but I have a head start. Okay. They hear it now. The commotion is headed this way. Just a little way out of the boat basin. Now gun it, Harvey. This won't work. The Coast Guard and the cops know this boat now. They'll catch me up or down the eastern seaboard, and I can forget the Bahamas and Bimini. I might have a chance inland. The locals will be all over my house and car soon, but they'll be chasing the boat before they even think of that. Put my wallet in this waterproof thing and pocket it. I've got a dandy of a distraction for them. Turning around and heading back. They're just getting in their boats now. Perfect. Burn your bridges, Harvey. Rev up the motor. Aim the boat for the middle of the docks. Grab the wallet belt. Jump! Big boom. Ay! Oh, what was that? I got the wind knocked out. Goddamn manatees always in the way. I'm okay. The water's cold, but I'll be to shore in about 5 minutes. Hal Henderson took a breather when he finally got back from Iraq. No more Tigris, Euphrates, and Persian Gulf for him, or so he hoped. It was the Gulf of Mexico from now on. He was in forced retirement temporarily. Soon he would start making plans to unseat his former deputy in the next election. Hal was still reeling from the latest one, the national election that seemed to put the Democrats in charge. He had voted for McCain himself, but he thought Obama might just get the job done with Biden and Hillary on the team. Bush and company certainly had screwed up things royally. Maybe it was time to give the other side a chance. Hal would run for his old job soon enough. For now, though, he could afford to be civil to his young replacement. He had to admit the kid had done a good job in his absence. Of course, there had been no major murder cases since the Nordstrom slaying. Maybe a couple of bar shootings. The prime suspect was on the run. He had been reported in Georgia and Tennessee, and even as far west as Louisiana in the last couple of years. The bastard wouldn't dare set foot in Texas, Hal thought to himself. He would not elude the Department of Public Safety troopers and the Rangers. The guy was from somewhere up north anyway. That was the best bet for a search. At any rate, it was out of Hal's hands. And it was out of Otto's hands, too. What was in Otto's hands, in the crook of his arm, in fact, was a blue-eyed baby girl as he sat around a new kitchen table sipping coffee with his former boss. The Schmidt's 0.5 Street home now showed the decorating preferences of the former Leah Pollock. "She's a real cutie, Otto," Hal told him. "Don't I know it?" "What's the matter, sweetheart?" "I think she wants her mama." "And I'll take her," Leah said, half in baby talk, cradling the little one. "Feeding time, precious?" With that, the mother and child repaired to another room. "Ever pick out a name?" Hal asked Otto. "It's Precious, that's her name." "Oh, nice, but maybe you should come up with a nickname, too." "It's from a character in these books Leah reads. It's fine." "Fine by me. Say, where's that boy of yours? Art?" "He's with his gran this weekend. Handsome kid. We think so. Now that you're back, have any plans? Well, it's out there. I've wondered how long it would take you to mention it. I thought you might have brought up the subject by now. You're going to run, aren't you? Thought I might. Nothing personal. Just want to get back to work. Sorry, couldn't wait forever on you. I know that. The county needed a sheriff, and you've done a pretty good job of it. But if you quote me to the papers, I'll deny I said that. Say the chief of police is up for re-election next year. Why don't you run for that? Leah returned to the kitchen. Are you two going at it? She said, bouncing the baby in her arms. Just a friendly political discussion, said Otto. Uh-huh, Leah replied, and then asked Hal, would you like to stay for lunch? As a strange ring tolled from an unseen cell phone. No, I have to be going, Hal told them. That's mine, Otto claimed. Yeah, Otto. As a matter of fact, I have him right here. No kidding. Want me to put him on? Hal, it's for you. Me? Hal asked, taking the flip phone. Who? Joe? Joe from 9/11 Search and Rescue? Yeah, Florida. Wait, Otto, this concerns you. More than me, really. Yeah, Joe. You don't say. When? Last night. I'm sort of retired for now, but my replacement here can help you. Here you go, Otto. Big break on an old case. Bye, Joe. Thanks for the info. Right. Bye. Otto took the cell phone. Hello, he said. That's right, I'm the sheriff. How about that? Could you fax the details to my office? You don't. How about email? Good. Here's my office email address. End of Part 1, Chapter 11, A Better Life. Primitive Life, a novel by Louise Richardson.